So let's talk about middle traps, why you should strengthen them, but first, how the heck to find them. So this is one of the most common substitutions that I see when someone comes in with shoulder pain, neck tightness, but also it's one of the things that I check when helping someone with a diastasis. So diastasis recti is a full body issue, and lack of middle traps can actually affect it. It can affect how we load the midline and how we generate and handle pressure within our abdomen. Okay, so one of the things I want you to do, pay close attention to, is how to find those middle traps. So what they get substituted for often are your paraspinals. So your paraspinals run up and down either side of the spine. So when somebody says do a row or do a mid-trap exercise, oftentimes people will arch their back more to try to get their scapula to pinch together instead of feeling their scapula glide together. Okay, the other thing that can substitute for is their scapula will come together and then they'll go up just a little bit. And so the rhomboids will substitute for those middle traps, so their scapula will come together and up a little, which is where the rhomboids are. And pain in your rhomboids is no fun from that overworking. Now, what ends up happening when these paraspinals take over for the middle traps is whenever you try to load your upper body, let's say do a pull-up, even just hanging from a bar and doing leg lifts, what happens is the paraspinals contract and they put force out through the front. So you end up with more pressure through the front of your midline than if you could engage your scapula well and create this great base for your scapula to sit in. So with a great base, having amazing middle traps and lower traps, you put less pressure forward. So I've seen people who we work on mid-trap strengthening, we work on correcting their whole upper body mechanics, what's happening with their pec minor, what's happening with their serratus, and then all of a sudden their diastasis actually improves without us doing any core work to work on diastasis, because we just worked on pressure management and changing the load of what that fascial tissue is taking. So what I want you to try for me to try to get those lower traps is take your hand, place it on your belly so that you make sure you don't let your ribs flare. So you're going to take your hand, place it on your belly, place your thumb up here near your xiphoid process and pinky down as far as you can and kind of crunch just a little bit. So you're going to hold a little bit of a forward position and you're not going to let this move. So go ahead and arch your back. See if you feel that movement. So see how I'm moving here? That's what I don't want to happen. So you're going to kind of come forward, hold that. Now, bring your arm out, holding that crunch position. And what I want you to do is feel your scapula slide behind your back, holding that little bit of a crunch. So you're going to feel your scapula slide. Now, as you feel it slide, what I want you to think about is it sliding up or is it sliding straight back and maybe a little bit down? So how is your scapula sliding? Straight back and a little down, or sliding straight back and up, so which is rhomboids. So you want to think about scapula sliding together and a little bit down. And you want to make that down happen without arching your back or over engaging your paraspinals, okay? So you're just going to want to work on pure scapular motion. So finding those middle traps is the first step to being able to use them during your workout. So if you skip straight to doing rows, you're like, oh, I'm doing all this great mid-back work, but you're never really working the muscle that we should be working, you're not going to get the benefit from it. So take a little bit of time today and find your middle traps to make sure that you are engaging them instead of substituting with paraspinals, and then work on getting them super strong, and then tell me how your pull-ups feel, because I bet your pull-up strength is going to improve without even actually working on pull-ups, just from increasing this amazing base of support for your scapula.